Welcome students. Today we are going to learn how to create a dynamic query. Dynamic query means we are taking the input in the query during execution time. For example, suppose we want to display the details of those students whose name and ID is entered by the user during execution of a Python program. So whatever value we will get as input during the execution of Python program, we will pass that value in the SQL query so that data can be fetched according to that query. So the query which gets input at the time of execution of the program is known as dynamic query. So we are creating a dynamic query. In this way you can write any of the script. Let us see. Suppose the task is we want to create a Python connectivity string in which we are taking the name and ID of a student from user, and we will display the record of that student by fetching the data from the database. So first step is to import the package. Import mysql dot connector as, let us alias this connector. We are putting the name as ms. You can write any of the things. Now the second is connection object. Connection object equal to this. We are using this alias name instead of this. ms dot connect host localhost user root password blank database test. Now we are creating the cursor. Cursor equal to connection object dot cursor. Now before writing the statement, we have to read the name and ID from the user. So we are writing the input statement. Let us take a variable, say I equal to int input enter ID and input enter name. Now we are writing the statement equal to select asterisk from table name student where name equal to placeholder and marks equal to placeholder dot format. Now we have to pass the parameter. The first parameter is for name, so we are passing this n. Another is for connection. Here we have to write ID. Suppose we are ID. So another is ID. So we are passing here I. So in this way we have taken name, then placeholder, put in quotes, then ID, then placeholder, format name or ID. Now simple execute, cursor dot execute statement, data equal to cursor dot fetch all, print data, connection object dot close. So in this way we can write the parameterized query. So this is a dynamic query in which we are taking the ID and the name from the user and the value which is entered by the user. We have passed them as parameter in this SQL query statement. Remember one thing, this part where we are taking the input, this part can be written anywhere in the program. You can write this part above all the statement or here, anywhere you can write, but it should be before the statement because this part is getting input from the user, so it is independent on this. So you can write these two statements here, above all the statement anywhere, but it should be before writing the SQL statement. So in this way it is a dynamic query as well as parameterized query which is taking parameter from the user at the runtime and we are passing this parameter in the SQL statement. Thank you.